that side to let people in.
We're live.
Awesome.
You got us connected.
All right. So welcome.
This is part of the Summer Sprint Society, which is happening all August, keeping momentum. And we were, Dr. Martina and I, and some specialties engaging for everybody, and there's fun social aspect. And in case you don't know, Michael calls himself an amateur just because nobody really pays him, but he could be a professional mixologist. And all of our friends and clients and people who have been to the house or anywhere near him know how great he is. And so we're in good hands tonight as Michael is going to take us through 2 select cocktails or mocktails. You can still follow us along without alcohol. For the evening. And somehow we're going to mix in conversations on business, and we've got a couple of Kims in the house and some people joining us. So we're just going to let the night flow. And Michael, I'll throw it to you until I take it back.
All right, cool. Well, as Krista said, this is part of the Summer Sprint Society. And as you know about sprinting, you sprint and you recover. You sprint and you recover. And so this is the recover phase. So sometimes you got to sit back and chill a little bit. So we are going to make the Freedom Tonic.
Let freedom ring.
Krista found this recipe, and so I'm going to riff on it a little bit because I'm like, oh, you know what? There's a little something we could do with it. So we're going to do the Freedom Cocktail. So if you want to follow along, what you're going to want to start with is, and it could be any mixing jar, glass that you have. We're going to start off. We're going to add a little bit of mint here. Okay, so just got to grab a little bit of mint, and you know they say you slap it to wake it up, but I also believe that's kind of a myth. But we're going to muddle it anyway. So I'm going to drop that into the glass, and then we're going to need to get some lime juice.
Now, every ingredient is a metaphor to something in business.
That's right.
So what does mint represent to you, Mr. Neeley?
That it was meant to be.
Okay, meant to be. Mint is another word for money, right? You go to the mint to get money. So we definitely want to throw some money energy into our drink. So much of let's face it, why do we do all this in business? Yes, we want to make an impact, blah, blah, blah. Of course we do. But we also have to make some money along the way. So we're going to throw the money mint in first. And now what's up next?
Well, if you can cut the cucumber for me, we're going to want to add, some of that. Glad I caught that lime before it went flying.
You can see our professional lighting. It is lit very well down here.
That cucumber is lit.
The cucumber is lit. And what are you working on?
Right now I'm just squeezing a little bit of fresh lime juice because we're going to need some of that in a little bit as we muddle.
I have a quick question though on the cucumber. Cumber. He always makes fun of how I say cucumber. Do you want thin slices or big thick slices?
The first couple make them thin, and then I'll want one a little bit thicker.
Okay, so it's not just a garnish, this is going in?
The garnish will be the thicker slice, but the thin slice we're going to want, because we're going to muddle this. And if you don't have a muddler at home, this is a muddler, it's just your little thing to crush it up. You can do it with other types of tools and utensils that you may have at the house. But before we get to the muddling, you have to pick your gin of choice. Okay, gin is our main alcohol ingredient for this drink. We're using Hendrick's Midsummer Solstice.
Would you like me to get a close-up of that?
Yes, get a close-up of that.
I really like this one. Let's see if we can get it in focus.
Where it'll show. There you go.
Okay.
Hendrick's Midsummer Solstice. And this particular wine...
It's purple, Kim. Don't you like purple?
It's what I like about this especially is, first of all, Hendrick's gin is really good, but on top of that, some of the other botanicals that they're using in it, gin often is the base, has kind of a juniper. This also has some other, very floral,
really nice
notes to it. So we're going to do 2 ounces of that. Now you see I got a couple of shot glasses here for different shot measures for different measurements, but we're going to do 2 ounces of gin. So we're going to pour that baby right up to the top for that.
So the nice thing with this recipe is you can easily make this a mocktail because there are non-alcoholic gin alternatives out there. So you could follow exactly what Michael's doing and just replace Hendrick's gin for any gin of your choice, including a non-alcoholic.
Yep.
Keeps it really simple.
2 ounces of the gin, and then we're going to do just a ½ ounce of lime, freshly squeezed lime juice.
Kim says we're in the wrong business.
We're in the wrong
I know.
Okay, and then we're gonna muddle this a little bit. Oh, gotta add my cucumber. So I'm gonna grab one of the thinly sliced
It's a
cucumbers.
wafer thin.
It's a wafer thin.
Wafer thin.
Grab a couple of those to muddle right in there. The recipe, if you're reading along from the recipe that's at home, it doesn't tell you to muddle it.
It's in the group. It's in the Facebook group if you want to find it.
It actually says that you just garnish with it, but the truth is, if you just garnish with it, you're not really going to get the flavors of the cucumber and the mint in there, and so we want to get that in there. So we're going to smash it up, muddle it really good, get the oils from the mint leaves to mix in with that. And then what we're going to do, we're kind of doing an extra stage in this too.
I just wanted to get back to our analogies. We've already determined that the money
bright,
mint,
bold vision of your business.
the
That's
gin
the
is the bright, oh my gosh, I can smell it already. The bright, bold vision is the gin. What about the lime?
The lime, I don't know. What do you think?
Lime's kind of like that brightness, that spark. It makes you make a face sometimes. It's refreshing.
Pucker up.
So that's the lime, and then the cucumber it's fresh, it's clean, it feels honest. I think we're just gonna use, it's like just about showing up and being
clean branding, personal energy. That's what your notes are saying. The lime says fresh insights and clarity from aligned decisions. So we've aligned all our decisions in this so far. So we have that in there. Now, what the recipe asks you to do is to shake this over ice, which we're going to go ahead and do that as well. Normally this would be for a stirring drink, but I wanted to use it to muddle. You could have muddled it right in your tin. This is known as a Boston shaker. And so what we're going to want to do is get a little ice in there. Don't need a whole bunch because there's not a whole lot of liquid in it. And then we're just going to pop that together. Give it a shake for about 10 or 15 seconds to be plenty. And then what we're going to do, and Krista, if you can be as my bar back, if you want to ice that up, get some ice in there. Now, if you don't want the debris, kind of the dregs of what we muddled to come into the drink, you could actually double strain it, which I think I'm going to do.
Okay.
Double straining simply means you have a little strainer like that as well. And so what we're going to do is put the glass right there. More ice, please.
More ice.
More ice. Yeah, you should fill your glass up with ice. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to double strain this. So this is going to keep the ice from getting through this first top little strainer, and this will keep all the other little pieces, that may want to come in there. So we're going to shake that, clear that out right into there. And you can see there's not too much of the dregs still remaining there, but it kept it out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to top it with some tonic. So grab your favorite tonic. We like Fever Tree. So we're going to...
What does the tonic represent?
The tonic, let's see what it represents according to your notes here. Your team, your systems and team, the structure that creates your freedom.
Ah, we need structure. Freedom isn't just all willy-nilly, right? That freedom on its own, not so good. We need freedom within a structure.
Freedom within the structure.
And really, that's a lot of what we were talking about in the Summer Sprint Society all month long is up-leveling the way that you do business. We're going to be talking about team, I think at the end of this week coming up. It's way more than just do what you love and you'll be free. That's not what the message we're trying to get across. It's establish a really solid business that is structured in a way that you have the free time, that your business is not running you to the ground, but the business is there, it has dependable cash flow, and then there's just all this extra free space around it where you get to do and combine things that you really love within this flow of your business life, like we are right now, making cocktails. Talking about business.
And there we go. So now we have the drink. It's garnished with a little bit of the cucumber and the mint. And you see it's got a nice, pretty summer color. Should be light and refreshing. Krista, would you like the honors of the first taste?
I'm going to give
She's
a close
been
up.
thirsty for the
Since
last
we
hour.
don't have a cameraman to
zoom
focus
in,
in,
zoom
I'm
out,
going
move
to
it a little bit.
bring the cocktail to you. We've got the mint, and it really, I have to say that the nose on this is so refreshing, so light.
I've never made this drink before, by the way. This is our first time at it.
I'm afraid
so
I might poke my eye out with
yeah,
that.
get rid of the
so.
garnish there. Jury's still out.
Okay, it's puckery. It might need a little, I mean, it could use a little agave or a little simple
Yeah, if you wanted to sweeten it up, you could use a little bit of simple syrup in it.
This is like,
It definitely doesn't
Right.
have, it's got more of the tartness and also then the floral notes from the gin. So could use a little bit of simple syrup, maybe like a quarter ounce. You don't want to go too heavy on it. Of
Right.
course, add that part to your taste. But I think it's really pretty good.
it's a really
You can definitely get the cucumber notes in it.
fresh, refreshing.
It's definitely one of those kind of refreshing drinks that you could enjoy out on the back deck on a hot summer day.
Like we're having every day.
Every day here this summer.
We
has
live
been
in
crazy
Florida.
hot.
It is really hot.
I'm in Port St. Lucie right now, and it was like 94 today.
Yes, so hot.
Yeah.
So
good
this
for a
would
drink.
you would love one of these about now then. So there you go. Shall we make the mocktail now, or you want to
I
talk
think
more
so.
about this?
Well, okay, let's
Or do you want to doctor it up? I mean, we could add a little simple syrup right now if you want. I will grab it.
okay. Well, that's easy.
No bar is complete without your simple syrup. So we'll
Just a little dash.
just do a little
Agave
bit
would be
right
good
in.
too, but that's not quite as handy. I think that's all. That's it. I don't think you need much
I
more.
don't think much came out. Okay.
So,
Do a little
I mean,
stir.
as the resident mixologist, help our audience. If you do make a drink where you're feeling like it's not off, like what should be looking for? Is there like a balance of taste? Is there obviously this one needed just a little splash of sugar or sweetness. What else
Better already.
might help improve a drink if you didn't nail it?
Well, it basically boils down to all drinks are to taste. Okay, so that's the really cool thing about a cocktail, and that's why there's so many riffs on particular cocktails, like the gin and tonic as a good example. Some people like it with lime, some with lemon, some more tart, some less tart. However you like it, you want to make the drink, add it to your particular taste and style.
Absolutely. All right. Well done. So, give us a little inspiration
Enjoy.
on business. How do
Inspiration
we
business.
tie this together?
How do we tie this to business? Well, for one, I would say whether you're a drinker or not a drinker, we waffle back and forth between that. So we'll go a long time not drinking at all, then we'll drink, and then we'll not drink. So that's not so much what's relevant about it, but what you do want to understand is that in your life, and when you do choose to, whatever you choose to do, to go out and have fun, doesn't have to include alcohol, but whatever you do to go out and have fun, to mix it up, to take the break, sprint and recover, like we talked about earlier. Otherwise, you find that what you're doing, and it's interesting, we have our lighting fixture back here. It's not turned on because it's too bright.
It blows out, but it's so pretty when it's
But
on.
you notice it has kind of an infinity symbol pattern to it. And that's a big part of the work that we do with our company, because what happens in the infinite loop as it goes back and forth is often, and if you look at that loop, it's like one side is your personal life and the other side is your business life. Okay? Personal, business, personal, business. But what happens for many people is they get caught on one side, over on the business side usually, and it's business, 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 while they're apologizing to their partner. Oh, sorry, honey, I got to get this done. I got to do this. We need the money. You want me to support us, right? And so it's a lot of this with none of that other side.
It could be ignoring your health.
Yeah.
It could be ignoring a good night's sleep. It could be ignoring the creative part of you that needs to get out and explore and do other things.
Yeah. You get caught up. It's like a record. Kind of dating myself there. The old record players with a groove, there's a scratch in it, it just gets caught and keeps repeating the same thing over and over again. You got to break loose from that and keep the flow going. And we find that when you do that, when you actually take the time to invest in your partner and your relationship, it actually supports your business too. Your business will get better because you've taken the time to pause and step away from it to address the other side of your life. And part of it is this. There is no one side or the other in an infinite circle, in an infinite loop. It is infinite. It is continuous. It is flow. And that is what our life is. And so when we separate, oh, well, that's my business life. Oh, this is my personal life. No, you got one life and it's all combined. And when you learn how to mix that well with the right ingredients and the right concoction, if you will, everything gets better. Life gets better. Your business gets better. Your relationship gets better. So that's my analogy.
I love it. I love it. It's a way to prioritize you as a whole being. And when we make sure that we're taking care of us as a whole being, then you are in that flow. And it takes reminders, right? It takes being in community. It takes being a part of, the work that we do, what we're putting out in the world in the Summer Sprint Society. It's ways that you can tune in and tap in and not go on this road together, or I'm sorry, not to go on the road by yourself, but to be around other people that make it both fun, and you have these little reminders like, oh, I'm getting out of whack. And we're honestly falling into that this summer a little bit because we're staying home during the summer to really focus on business. And I even have to be like, stand up, you've got to get off the computer and let's take a walk, or let's go to the pool and do something. So it takes, and that's why we want to be here for all of you, to be in community, shake it up, and make sure that you are having fun with your business this summer while making very strategic actions forward that makes a difference.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. Shall we make the mocktail?
Shall we make the mocktail?
All right.
Are you ready? This recipe also can be found in the Facebook group. It was also sent to you via email. I've got a beautiful picture, all of the ingredients, and you can put it together.
Okay, this is another drink I've never made, so we're gonna do it. So you want to tell me, as a matter of fact, because this way you can say what each thing represents as we go. So this one we have other ingredients.
Oh, I was itching. Okay, so this, we're calling this one the Society Sunset. So it's kind of a takeoff
nice.
on, isn't there a sunset? No.
There's a tequila sunrise.
Okay, sunrise. Oh, okay. So we're gonna start with some fresh orange juice or juice of your choice.
Juice. So, and we're going to also be adding pomegranate juice. So,
Because we gotta make it a little snazzy.
gotta spice
So we're
this
gonna
up.
do 2 ounces of orange juice. And this sassy orange juice represents success plus impact and energy. So everyone knows that orange juice is full of vitamin C. It is an energy source. So why not start with something that's a nice bright orange
Okay,
color.
2 ounces.
2 ounces of that. All right, now we're gonna do 1 ounce of pomegranate juice.
Pomegranate juice can be really pretty tart and pretty powerful, a lot of punch. So we're doing half as much of this as we are of the orange juice.
If for whatever reason you can't find pomegranate juice, I'm sure cranberry juice would work just fine. And the pomegranate juice is your legacy and inner power.
Okay.
That seems like 2 very different things. Your legacy and your inner power. All right.
That works.
Whoever thought of that, I'll go with it. Oh, now it gets
Ooh.
fun.
Fun.
Here's where we get the little extra mixology going. We're going to be making a cinnamon honey syrup. Just a half an ounce. One of the things that Michael really has a lot of fun with when it comes to being a great mixologist is he creates his own simple syrups in
It's my
different
own
flavors.
simple syrup, and I don't know if you can see it in there. There are actual cinnamon sticks in this.
That's how we get these amazing craft cocktails that are unique. So cinnamon honey syrup. What's
much?
Only a half an ounce. This is just for 1 glass. You could always double the recipe and make a bigger batch of it.
Yeah.
So tell our fabulous friends out there how to make honey cinnamon syrup.
Well, actually, this I would say I did this without honey. This is done with demerara sugar, which I prefer over a honey. So demerara sugar is that brown sugar you'll often see in restaurants as some form of a demerara. And you do 2 parts to make it rich. You do 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. Bring it to heat it over water. You don't have to boil it, but heat it with the water and the sugar until it dissolves all of it. And then what I do is I put the cinnamon sticks in it to let it kind of continue to be warm with those, and then ultimately transfer it to my jar with the cinnamon stick in there to keep that cinnamony flavor going on, and you can see this is a really nice, rich, simple syrup, homemade.
Homemade simple syrup, and this cinnamon honey blend represents wisdom and warmth.
Ooh.
You can see now we're really starting to mix things up. We've got the
Yeah.
orange juice, which is sweet, the pomegranate's got that tart, and now the warmth of the cinnamon and the bit of honey. Up next, it's our final main ingredient is ginger beer. And at least here in the States, ginger beer is a non-alcoholic, like root beer, ginger beer. So this is a mocktail, there's no alcohol in it. But
There are ginger beers you can get that are alcohol based, have a little bit, but you don't need that. Okay, so again, we're gonna do a Tom Collins style glass, tall, fill it with ice. And what we're gonna do here, this is our ginger beer. And we're gonna pop that
Yes,
baby
say
open.
to shake the juices and the syrup with ice
It says to shake
and
them
pour it over a rock glass.
with ice, but again, we're gonna not do the
It's a
shake.
rule breaker. We
Yeah.
want to go with what Michael wants.
This
'cause,
one,
you
it doesn't
know.
really need to be shaken. Stirred is fine with this, and we're going to be blending them. You definitely do not want to shake ginger beer. Same with tonic water. That's why you do not shake anything that is carbonated. Will not work. And so in this case, this is all we would be shaking is this little concoction. Shaking it over ice helps to get it cooled a little better for your final ingredients. But we got plenty of ice here, and what we're going to do is we're going to just pour them in together.
Can we see what you're doing there? I feel like this is
I
in
don't
the
know
way.
if the camera can see that or not. Make sure we get all that goodness in there. And there we have it.
Do we need to stir it?
Get a little close up of that. Well, actually, it mixed as we went in with it, so
Okay.
it
Oh, you
should
did
be.
it at the same time.
Yes, it should
And
be.
garnish with a cinnamon stick or an orange slice.
Orange slice would be really good.
Orange slice would be really good.
for that,
It's
yeah.
fine. We'll imagine. It's over there in the kitchen.
And cinnamon sticks are too, but cinnamon stick would just drop and disappear in there, but see how it tastes.
And it says that the vibe should be rich, reflective, and elevated. Did we get rich, reflective, and elevated on that?
I did, and here's the thing. This actually is really good. What I'm going to do, though, is to make it from a mocktail. You can turn a mocktail into a cocktail. So as soon as we drink this down a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit of, I think this would be really good with rum.
I
And
agree.
especially, I have a special rum that would be really good with this.
You know, we chose this as a summer.
This El Dorado rum is actually a Demerara rum. So there are some rums are Demerara. Rums are often made with sugar cane, stuff like that. This is a Demerara rum, so it gives it perfect fit for this. So we're gonna mix some of that in a little bit.
And was chosen as a summer cocktail to be in theme here with the Society Sunset as the name. However, I will say that the flavors I'm picking up with this pomegranate, which is similar to cranberry, and then we've got the cinnamon. This could be a Christmas drink.
It really
I
could.
think I would do
It
it in
has
a
a color,
short
too.
rocks glass though,
Mhm.
and I prefer a rocks glass. Or get out my famous glass. Oh, I have it right here.
Don't
we-
avoid this.
Oh. Personally, I'm a huge fan of drinks that come in a coupe glass. This is a fairly new glass that I brought because it's just so darn pretty. What's the rule on what glass for what kind of drink, sir? Tell us.
Well,
Can I
each
be a rule
glass.
breaker and use that?
Yeah, it's fine for this because we're just making this drink up. But normally this type of drink, I don't know that I would serve it in a coupe glass. Drinks that are served in coupe glasses tend to not have ice. I don't know if you ever noticed that when you're at a bar and stuff, but these drinks in a coupe glass would be shaken and then poured right into the glass. Coupe holds less, and therefore often you're going to drink it before the drink has a chance to warm up. So you often will not find ice in a coupe glass. If you're going to do ice, you're going to do a highball, lowball, Tom Collins style glass. Seldom would you find ice in a coupe glass. Now I'm going to.
Now we're having some fun.
Now we're having fun. Yeah, go for it.
All right, so another thing that Michael's really into are perfect ice balls or different types of square ice, the clear ice, and some ice molds. So my nieces got us this for a housewarming present. I'll pull it up close. They have ice molds in all different shapes, and this is a rose And actually the rose ice looks really cool in the coupe glass.
But you did this with
I'm so fancy.
colors.
I did. So we're gonna pull this out or try. Do you want to do it, honey?
Sure.
Before we get. All right, I do have a tendency to just do fancy things
Well,
for entertain myself.
and not follow rules.
That's definitely true.
Okay, there you go. That's pretty.
So what I did is use pomegranate juice and water to make the ice cube. So look at that beauty. This is a rose-shaped ice cube with the pomegranate, which is not going to be perfect for
Very
this
pretty.
drink, right? So I don't know, Michael, if you were willing to try to pour a little over that or whatever you want to do. You don't have to.
I'm willing
We're gonna
to
end up
make,
making a mess.
make you one in it. No, I'm gonna make another one.
Okay.
Make it right in there. In the meantime, add a little bit of rum to this.
What do you think?
Oh yeah.
We have a winner.
And I only did 1 ounce to it to keep it kind of mild. It's not super strong, but that tastes really good. Okay, so now we're gonna do this again and see if I can do it from memory this time.
All right, so I actually have another analogy to bring in to the room, which is we're mixing. And by itself, you know, you have a cucumber. There's a snack. You have a lime. The lime's really tart. You have sugar on its own. By itself, these ingredients are nothing you would really want to sit by the pool and enjoy. But when you start mixing them and mixing them with intention and some playfulness and some creativity, it's the mix of the things together. And that's what it's like in business. You have team, you have people, you have the person on your team who's spicy and the one who's analytical and the one who's creative and the one who's just a pain in the neck. That might be me, I don't know. But when you put it all together and you start to balance out, you find this mix that really works well together. And sometimes you may be at a place where you're like, oh, it's still a little too sour, or it's not strong enough, or whatever that is. And then you start to tweak it and add what you need and create this beautiful mix that's going to work to serve the bigger good of your business. So that would be my takeaway from
The bigger
this,
good?
the greater good. It's so big.
The good is so big.
The goodest of goodness.
All right, so let's see. Put this a little closer, or potentially people could see as we go right into it. Try to knock stuff over. We crammed everything into a tiny little bar space here, but here we go. Right over the rose. Actually, I want to avoid the rose because I don't want to
Want it?
have it all vanish in there. Now, let's give a little swirl to mix that.
Here's the other piece. Thank you. That is
Yeah.
beautiful. We are the type to do one single cocktail in the evening. So it is about the artistry. It's about the mixing. It's about the deciding what's going to be the perfect blend. What's glass is, you know, sometimes I will think of the drink based on the glass I want to be holding. Bless you. Because it puts you in the space, it puts you in the mood, and it's a creative process, and that's what we like.
Exactly.
And then there's that moment where you get to cheers.
Mm-hmm.
You get to have a toast
Mm.
to love, to the good life. A toast to all of you
Toast to you.
out there. And
Yummy.
taking the moment just to really taste and savor and appreciate and come into that present moment of, you deserve it.
You deserve it, baby. Here we go. I actually think we've discovered a new
I
really
really
cool
think it's
drink.
going to be a Christmas drink.
Yeah. I
So
like it.
should
I
I
bet
put
this
yours
is one of
in
the
it?
types of
Do you
drinks
like
you could make in a larger batch too if you're throwing a party.
Oh, it definitely tastes like a punch.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's,
Yeah, it's a punch.
It's a
Yours
punch.
does not have rum in it if you'd like to add rum
no,
later.
I am
Okay, you're fine
good
with
as
that?
it is.
Well, there you have it. What do you think?
I think this was a lot of fun.
A
I
lot
think
of
I
fun.
like mixing cocktails,
Business and pleasure.
business and pleasure, cocktails and cash. So enjoy, make your own metaphor, share with us what you think, what you've enjoyed. And we look forward to seeing you here in the Summer Spring Society later on this week. And don't forget, you have access throughout the month of August to go back and watch any of the replays. And if you would like further access to all of these things, simply upgrade to VIP. It's only $47. And with your VIP, 25% of that goes to a really wonderful foundation that helps bring water instead of water wells that will serve people for generations in Africa and across other continents. So thanks for being here. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you for being here, and we don't have a cameraman, so you're gonna have to work your way
Alright.
over, and as you do that, I will just tap dance a little bit here, avoid the light, go around the other way. And there, she did not avoid the light.
I can't, it's plugged in.
I get it.
Sorry.
So, hey, this was a lot of fun. If you liked it, we'll do more of these. Just let us know as well. If you'd like to see more different cocktails, more fun, conversations, gash, all of this together. Thank you so much. Ciao. Till next time.
End video.